Hello everyone and welcome to this pick a card reading video. In this video we have the usual 3 piles here, 1A, 2B, and 3C. We have signifier cards for representing the piles. Actually, I haven't pulled the cards yet. And then we have individual little trinkets down here to help you decide which stack you feel most drawn to. For this video, we will be looking at an opportunity potentially that's been missed, and we will see if, we can clarify if it's already been a missed opportunity and whether it has or hasn't, if it's something you should still pursue. Just any other information as well that Spirit has for you, any advice. Over here, we have an orange. It says the Fillmore, Minneapolis. These are all chosen intuitively, by the way. I don't even remember what these cards are, but because I had them flipped over when I went and found these. But this is a wristband, an orange wristband for an event I went to. This is a little booklet I've had since elementary school, actually, from one of my friends who is Indian, and she got this at a little shop, I guess. I'm not quite sure. I was in second grade, first grade? Yeah, second grade. Okay, and then over here we have a fortune cookie, or a fortune from a fortune cookie. It says ginger on the outside. I won't read what it says on the inside. You might be able to see a little bit of it, but I'll read it once we get to that if you choose this one. If you feel drawn to more than one stack, you can listen to more than one stack. If you don't feel drawn to any of the piles, then this just might not be the pick a card reading video for you, but I have plenty of other timeless pick a card reading videos located all throughout my YouTube channel. As a reminder, everything I talk about and discuss in this video is for entertainment purposes only and cannot be stated as fact. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so my cat, I don't know if you can see, but he is sniffing at this. Stay. Okay, hi 1A. This is your reading. Oh, he wants to play with it. So I'm going to put it right here for now. Lay down. He's feeling mischievous. And let me just say, your card is the King of Swords in reverse, and we have the Eagle with a crown, and obviously they're both upside down here. And it's like they're on a rock, and I want to hear murky water. That's what I'm hearing is murky water. I was going to say it's like, I don't know, it's just the water's it seems very erratic, I guess you could say. Beyond the sword is right there. But this seems like the type of energy of Spirit saying, yeah, the murky water, I'm hearing also not unmarked territory, but I'm hearing, what is it called? See, and now I'm getting distracted too. So a lot of you could be distracted during this time by outside influences such as a cat. But it feels like that's why it's maybe hard to know for sure if you did miss this opportunity, because it's like there's so much going on, there's so many distractions, and you're like, well, I don't really know. Is it a missed opportunity or is it still coming? Or do I still have time? It's just like everything is hard to decipher right now. And 1 second. Okay, I'll only pause it for a few seconds. My cat really is distracting me right now, but he is going to go eat, so I think it should be fine. Okay, and for some reason this wants to be highlighted. Maybe the numbers 03632, so if that's an important number for you. When I went to this event, I think this is when I went to see Watcher, back when I was a fan of Watcher. Ryan and Shane and the person who was like the head of their company, the CEO or whatever, was there. And if you don't know about them, they do a lot of true crime and paranormal stuff, but this specifically was an event highlighting the paranormal. So with that, I'm hearing also everything isn't as it seems. So you may think you may have missed, or you don't know if you've missed an opportunity, but Spirit's like, I'm sorry, this might be hard to hear. I'm hearing this was never yours to begin with. That this isn't something that Spirit wants for you. And also, I'm hearing heavy as the crown, with this being upside down. And the sword reminds me kind of like medieval times when people would be in battle. So all this to say, is this a missed opportunity? You could view it as that, but it's also something that Spirit does not want for you to pursue any further. This is something that Spirit is saying they're trying to direct you elsewhere, and they're trying to not get you on the path of continuing with this potential opportunity. Let's get further cards for... I was gonna pull like one card of if here. I'm actually interested to see what it would say. Over here, we'll pull a card for if this is an opportunity that's been missed, and then if this is an opportunity that, if it has been missed, if it's, or whether it has or hasn't, if it's something that should be something you still strive for. Is this a missed opportunity for 1A? Is this a missed opportunity? Also with the Fillmore, I don't know what Fillmore means. I think it's just referencing a last name. It also says affinity plus. Affinity for something. So maybe this is something you've been working toward for a while. You have an affinity for it. Or you feel like you're drawn to it, but Spirit's like, no, you're misreading the cues. So is this a missed opportunity? Ask for help from others. So Spirit is saying it has been a missed opportunity, and if you really would like to continue on trying to make this thing happen, then you'll need help from outside people. You know what I'm hearing? Maybe it's something that, as it stands right now, it is a missed opportunity, and it's something that you shouldn't work toward, but maybe with the incorporation of or help from others, it will be different. Because I'm hearing that, like, things... It reminds me of when people start a business and they don't know anything about starting a business, or people do taxes on their own for the first time and they don't know anything about what they're doing, especially if you are, like, a business owner or you have any unusual circumstances. It's like there's experience that you're lacking. And King of Swords is about intellect as well. So I feel like you could be stubborn right now and you're like, I can do this all on my own. But Spirit is ultimately saying, if you want a chance at this happening, you need to have help from other people in order for it to actually happen effectively and efficiently and properly. You don't want for there to be a lot of mishaps, because you could be in, even legal troubles coming up, but you don't want to be in any trouble. And if you actually want this to work, then you shouldn't be afraid of asking for help where it's needed. Because if you want to succeed, then what's the point if you alone don't have the resources or the knowledge that's necessary? Now over here, Spirit, let's pull a card for insinuating, or not insinuating, but like telling us, is this something that they should continue to work toward? Is this something they should continue to work toward? I feel like this might clarify, so we'll keep this. Unlikely. Yeah, so the only thing that would turn, it's not saying completely no, but it's unlikely unless you were to get outside help, which I don't think you'd like. Ask for angels. Yeah, so I think your guides have already been telling you, sorry, let me move this a little bit more in. Your guides have been telling you already that this isn't something they want for you. But I think you're just so, like, set on wanting this to happen. You're wanting this reading to be validation for you, but it's not. And so you're like, unless you already are thinking of maybe pivoting a bit. But I think for many of you, this isn't what you want to hear. So I think Spirit's like, we've already been telling you. So this is just more information that clarifies that you shouldn't do this. But if you really, if you feel like there's no other option, like your stubbornness is getting in the way here, or maybe just for some reason this is something you have to do anyway, like you're already legally bound. For example, a lot of legality stuff is coming up. But if you feel like there's no other option, also eagles are authoritative figures. I mean, kings are in general as well. But if this is something you have to do anyway, then ultimately you have to ask for outside help. You can't just do this alone, but specifically Spirit, if you're able to, they would like for you to not continue on this path of trying to make this opportunity work. And then we're going to get an additional card here from the Butterfly Oracle Cards for Life Changes deck. Just any additional information or advice, anything relating to your situation here, your missed opportunity here. Whoa, I'm getting a funky energy from this. Moving. I'm hearing moving on. I'm hearing, what's that song? Move along. When everything is wrong, I move along. I'm hearing that. So I think I'll read from here as well. Actually, I feel like they want for me to read from here first, even though there's things I have to say. Pages 63 to 64. This card indicates that you are moving or just moved into a new home. This is a huge change affecting every part of your life. On the other hand, it is a wonderful way to clear the energy and start anew. On the other hand, the upheaval can be disruptive. This card acknowledges how much your current or impending move affects you. With this relocation, self-care becomes even more important. Take this time to rest instead of rushing to get everything immediately completed. King of Swords, I don't think the actual physical moving relates to most of you, but I will say, like, I'm hearing move along. With the rushing, I think that's good that they talked about that, because King of Swords in reverse can indicate rushing through things. That's why if you have also other people to hold you accountable, if this is something you really feel like you should still do, they will help you to slow down and know what it is you need to do. Keep up your normal routines of exercise and healthful eating. You need your strength and energy for this move, and during the adjustment period as well. Self-care also includes exploring your new neighborhood and making new friends. Additional meanings: changing your workplace, redecorating or remodeling, a second home or vacation, moving your body through a new exercise program, or an emotionally moving experience. Out of all of these, I feel like the one that makes the most sense is changing your workplace for some reason. But yeah, moving, overall, I just get the sense of moving along. Like, you don't need to keep up with doing this. If you need to, for whatever reason for now, complete what it is you need to complete, and then kind of just move on to a different part of life. This isn't something that they want for you to think about forever or focus on forever, and they want for you to move on from it as quickly as possible. So I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear, but I hope that this is helpful for you. You can like the video, you can comment down below if you resonate with this stack, and you can update your comments sometime in the future if there are any updates you would like to provide for us all. You can subscribe to my channel, it helps me out a lot. You can check out my other timeless pick a card reading videos, as well as my other collective reading videos on this channel. And in the video description, you can check out all of my socials, including my 2 separate ASMR channels. Thank you so much again, and take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Tubi, and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. So here we have the beautiful, I think I have this the other way around as opposed to when I did before. I think that's actually part of the messaging here. So we have strength. Also on the strength, we have the infinity or figure 8 here. Is it? It looks like that's scissors. I don't know if it's supposed to be. Here's what I'm hearing for you all. This is something that, if it was missed, I don't even know if it's missed. I think if it's missed, it's just like barely missed right now of an opportunity, but I'm hearing that you're going to be able to, I'm hearing claw your way back. So yeah, it requires strength. And also what I'm hearing, it almost looks like they're going downhill, the bull or the cow. What is that? Is that a bull? Anyway, this cattle of some kind, the bull, I was going to say it's a, oh yeah, strength bull. So that could be Taurus energy, but, oh, sorry, I'm getting so many messages right now, and this looks like a cross. I never see this imagery when I'm looking at this card, but I'm seeing details. So here's what I'm seeing, is this bull is going down instead of up here. So I think Spirit is saying that it will require strength, but there's like duality here. It will require strength for you to great effort to take back this opportunity that is meant for you. It will take great effort, but at the same time, it should almost be easy. And here's the way that this comes across. It doesn't require more physical effort. It requires you to come up with a solution, like to mentally work through this in your head, in your mind. You could also write it out too, but I'm hearing that you were missing the point. You've been missing the point. So there's something about the way you also think. I'm hearing about, like, with this, I was gonna say with this being the opposite side from how it was before, like flipped around. It's a shifting perspective, and this is like on the head, or it's on the third eye, excuse me, but I'm getting more sense of the head. So crown chakra, so I think, but not even just crown chakra, like actually intellectual side of things, where it feels like you're thinking too hard, you're thinking too, like you're thinking of the extremes first instead of thinking of the simple things. That's the best way I can describe it. Bull can also be very stubborn. So I'm hearing that you're making it too hard on yourself. There we go. It's like there's other things you could have done first before jumping to these further extremes or these more difficult scenarios. So this opportunity, it's like somebody who's like, oh, you know what I'm seeing? Somebody who auditions for something and they go way above and beyond, and what they're supposed to do is maybe memorize this part of the script, but then they memorize this whole thing. It's like, okay, then you're showing off. And also, I think in that sense, there's almost that show-offness of some kind, or that overconfidence or that over-preparedness over something, however it relates to you. Doing all of that actually takes away from the opportunity, and that's what makes it so you can't fulfill this opportunity, that you can't claim it for yourself. It's like you're doing too much. Spirit is saying you need to tone it down a bit, actually, and that you need to think smarter, not harder. You need to not do so much. You just need to be effective and efficient. That doesn't mean you're not trying hard. It means you're doing what is called for, what is necessary for claiming this opportunity. Does that make sense? And so now we're going to pull from the Angel Answers deck. It's just an opportunity that has been missed. It feels like it's not missed quite yet, and if it is, again, it's just very barely, but let's see what the cards say. This is a missed opportunity. Trust. Yeah, so I think there's a lot left here. There's a lot of energy and stamina left for you to put toward this thing, but just in a different way. That doesn't mean overexert your energy. It means conserve your energy and exert it as necessary. It means you don't have to also, I'm hearing, like, show all your cards, put all your cards on the table. I guess in that way too, it reminds me of, what is it, poker, or like different card games. It's like, or go fish. How do you even play that again? Anyway, or let's say Uno. And it's like you have all these cards. It's like, you're going to be cocky and show everybody like a few of your cards. Let's say you only have 4 cards left and you show them 3 of your cards. It's like, that's not smart. So that's why it's think smarter, not harder. And don't be cocky or overconfident, because then you'll trip yourself up. And I think also that's because you could think that, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, so it's fine if I like showboat. Is that the term a little bit? It's okay if I already, it's like there's this thought of it's okay for you to celebrate. I think for many of you, you think it's okay to celebrate prematurely. So that a lot of things happening prematurely, and I think that does come from a place of, how do I want to explain? It comes from a place of it's, you may think it's trust, but it's actually coming from a place of overcompensating by not thinking that you're maybe worthy of something, or thinking that something can't happen for you, that something isn't meant for you. And I think also, like, it's tied in with, if you act a certain way like it's already happened, or that something is already claimed as being yours, like the opportunity is yours, you've already seized it even if you haven't fully. Doing that, I just had the wording, but doing that I just keep hearing showboat, showboat. Doing that actually sells yourself short because it shows, it's like in a story, you want the plot to build. You don't just want all plot and then all background information after you read it, right? So if you put all your cards on the table, people aren't going to want to work with that because it's like, okay, we already know all that you can offer. We won't know, or we will know that you can't offer anything else. And it's like you put so much expectation already, I think, on what you think already has happened or what you want to happen. So Spirit is saying instead to trust that you have the abilities without needing to go further than is necessary. Okay, and then is this something that they should continue working toward? Is this an opportunity they should continue working toward? I get the sense that this is something that is meant for you, but also I'm hearing wake-up call. This video itself could be a wake-up call. Maybe for some of you, this could just indicate not putting in enough effort. So Spirit's like, if you trust in yourself more, so it's opposite kind of what I was saying. But if you do believe in yourself more, then it's more likely to happen. But I kept hearing the showboat and seeing certain visuals that feels more correct. It reminds me too of, like, let's say you think you're going to graduate college, but then you realize at the last second, and it's like like people who think, no, they're going to graduate, and then they slack off for the last, like, month and a half or whatever, and then it ends up being that they have a lot worse grades because they didn't try or study at the end, and so then maybe people are less likely to hire you, especially in a field where it's already very competitive. So think medical field, you know, anything sciencey, anything tech related. But anyway, I digress. Is this something that is meant? I don't want to come out for them. Let go. Ooh, interesting. I want to get a clarifying card just to make sure. A very lightly this. Be assertive. It's funny. Oh, that's so funny. Let go, but be assertive. That's so funny. Oops, sorry about the neighbors for being loud. But let me put this right here. Be assertive. Oh my gosh, they're being so loud. The neighbors. Okay, but it's funny that we have let go and then be assertive. I feel like they actually want me to pull another card for some reason. Get more information. Yeah, so it's like Spirit is saying there's more to look into. You don't have all the answers already. So I think with be assertive, they want for you to do more preliminary research. Like, that's the thing too, like having this confidence or having this energy of thinking you already have it all figured out. Spirit's like, we're going to calm you down a bit. You actually don't. Let go of the idea that you have it all figured out because you don't. I get this sense that, again, because of the shifting perspectives, the let go is, I think, in relation to, not that the opportunity isn't meant for you, but I think you just put so much pressure on it. This is saying let go of pressure, but also they're saying you still need to try hard, but in a different way. You need to rework some things. You need to think about things differently. And also, I'm just hearing like your ego and the energy you put out into the universe as it relates to this opportunity, but also just in general, needs to shift. It's interesting though. I feel like if you're really confident in yourself for this, in other areas of life, you're very much not confident. Like you could be confident that you're gonna graduate college with like a 4.0 plus GPA, but then your dating life is a certain way because you're like, oh yeah, I think I'm ugly and I had a bad experience in my past relationship, so that means I'm unlovable. It's like very much that, where I think there needs to be a balancing of energy overall in your life. You can, but you shouldn't have so much confidence in one area and then so lacking in another. So there needs to be more of a neutral, trusting energy here that you are deserving of good things, but that means you shouldn't overcompensate. If you believe you're deserving, you won't need to overcompensate because you will already trust that things will work out in your favor. But also it's trusting that you don't know all the answers, trusting that if things shift along the way, with the bull and the stubbornness, I think that's part of your issue too with get more information. It's like you've been blocked off from thinking differently about the situation. Spirit's like you need to let go by also breaking down your barriers a bit, having more information, letting that seep in, and then taking action from there. Let's pull finally from here. I feel like it might be the top card actually. Is it the top? Should I? Let's have, let's have it be the top card, I guess. Windfall. And that is so beautiful. This is just for any additional information they want to tell you. This is one of the best cards in the whole deck. Also, it's just so pretty. I love it. Okay, pages 100 and 101. Also, I just got a message from my mother who is expecting a package saying her package just got delivered, so that actually aligns perfectly with this. It's like good things come to those who wait is also what I'm hearing. Good things come to those who trust and believe in the process without needing to have that showboat energy. Windfall, a positive change in your finances is indicated by this card. Although the newfound abundance may be unexpected, and I think that's part of it too. Things will be unexpected along the way, so don't be so set and have so much pressure on things happening a certain way. Things will happen differently with this new information. Things will play out differently, but it'll be even better. Although the newfound abundance may be unexpected, it definitely serves a purpose in your life. Your prayers for support have been heard and answered, and now it is your role to utilize the windfall in the most beneficial way. Pray and meditate to have the strength to say no to distracting influences that could squander your resources. You have access to divine wisdom to guide your investments so that they can continue to support your health, happiness, and mission. Most of all, do not allow any fluctuations in your finances to stress you, as you have the power to be at peace no matter what's going on around you. And as you emanate peace, so too do you attract all you need. And that's good, the peace, being more at peace, the letting go energy. Additional meanings. And also, it's like once you have the information, once you do what you need to do, you gotta let go, because you can't just be like, okay, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? What is going to happen? It'll happen unexpectedly, more likely than not. Additional meanings. Paying off debts, a healthy and positive change in spending habits, learning how to receive. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you. You can like the video if you liked it to be. You can subscribe. You can comment down below if you resonate with this deck, and you can update your comments sometime in the future if there are any updates you would like to provide for us all. You can subscribe to, I already said that, you can subscribe to my ASMR channels. Those are linked down below, as well as all my other socials, and you can check out my other timeless pick a card reading videos on my channel, as well as my collective reading videos. Thank you so much again, Tubi, and take care. Bye-bye. Hello, 3C, and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. First things first, neighbor children are being very loud. So sorry about that, but we have the 8 of Cups in reverse here, and I was getting different messages before for y'all, but now, yeah, like there's different stuff coming through. We'll see. Anyway, here's the fortune. It says, I don't know, it says learn Chinese ginger. I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Yang. I'm sorry. Lucky numbers 2, 23, 17, 19, 39, 24. 17 is the star in tarot, by the way. I don't remember what 2 and 17, 19. I tell myself I gotta remember to do those things. To remember, like, what numbers correlate with the major arcana in tarot. But anyway, it says, a smooth, long journey, great expectations. So that is amazing, but the tarot card we have here is the 8 of Cups. So it's a very interesting energy. Before I was hearing flow state, like you're in a flow state. And with this, it reminds me of when, like, I don't know, I've never done shrooms or anything. I've been high, really high once before. I'm not saying you should be high, but I bring this up because it reminds me of, I'm also hearing like acid, psychedelic. Like being in this state of losing time. Like time doesn't really exist for you right now, or at least as it relates to this opportunity, time doesn't really exist. So for me, that makes me think this thing could happen in batches. This opportunity, like, it's not a one note, one answer thing, something that just happens once and it's done. And it's also something where you want for it to happen, but you're I'm hearing you've been through oh, yeah, okay, this relates to what I was hearing before too with this. It's like you go through phases in life where you care more about achieving this thing, and it's also something where you see all the salmon is like looking up at the moon. This is something where you've walked away from it and walked back to it. This is a good energy actually, because it's indicating that this isn't something that is very time sensitive, so it's not something you need to worry about. And yeah, you have great expectations, a smooth, long journey. So it's saying it's a long journey. It isn't meant to be something that it's already not been a short journey. It's something that's taken a long time. But I think you have a positive mindset of it. Like, you keep longing for the moon like this salmon in a way. You keep swimming upstream. And you're doing it at your own pace is what I'm hearing. So is this something that is a missed opportunity? No, because it's something that is meant to... You're supposed to take your time, and with the ebbs and flows of life, all the water analogies, but with the ebbs and flows of life, and like, you're just meant to spend more time working toward this thing versus maybe, and that's the thing too, Spirit doesn't want you to feel guilty about it. Like, if you spend more time on it versus not, it reminds me of, like, I do my ancestry and genealogy research. Sometimes I will spend days like going through everything, and then I'll go maybe a few weeks without even looking into any of it because I have other priorities. So Spirit is saying that if you have other things you need to do, you have other priorities like relationships to maintain, work to get done, that obviously is a good enough, not even excuse, is good enough reasoning that you can't spend all of your time on this thing that you want to achieve. And so, ginger, you know what that makes me think? Gingerly, going about things gingerly as well. And the star, and it's almost like this is star imagery as well. Oh, I feel like getting a little bit emotional over here, because it's like, this is something that the process is also meant to make you feel happy is what I'm hearing, and at peace. Like with the star, you're longing for the star. You have hope and you have faith. So part of this journey isn't just about having a quick hit of serotonin or dopamine or endorphins, any of the happy hormones. It's about having these not be quick hits, having these happy hormones be released to you over time. And this is something you can always work toward, and it's something that isn't meant to be done right away. It's something that you're supposed to enjoy the journey it takes to get there. And with the great expectations from the fortune cookie fortune, it's like, this is something that if you go at it, and it's like the messaging of stopping and smelling the roses, by doing that, which I think you've already been doing, you savor the experience a lot more. And that's actually just as rewarding, if not even more rewarding, than the actual end of this journey, this opportunity that you wish to achieve, because you experience so many great things along the way. But let's see what the Angel Answers cards say. Let's see. They read me to filth if they tell me I've been wrong. Okay, is this something that is a missed opportunity? Missed opportunity. Is it a missed opportunity for everybody here? Opportunity. You literally got the opportunity card. So no, this is not. And you see, they're just like accepting the coins. I think all these gold coins are the experiences you have along the way on this journey. And so it's already enriching. And if you don't resonate with that, if you're like, no, I kind of just want this to like be over and done with, or I kind of just want to achieve this thing, Spirit is saying that you need to stop and smell the roses. You need to stop and savor every single small step that gets you to the end of this goal. And I don't even know for sure. I think for maybe 40% of you, this end of the journey that you seek right now, that you've been seeking for a long time, will actually happen. For those of you, it won't, but it'll still be fruitful. You'll still be happy. So if you don't resonate with that, you need to start to. Like, you need to... Like, Spirit is saying there's already gold all around you. Silver and gold. Like, you already have... I'm hearing there's beauty all around you. And it's like, there's so much about, like, the imagery of looking, like, up to the skies and being receptive. So the energy I'm getting here is also with the star. It makes me think wish upon a star. How I wonder what you are up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So it's like the diamond in the sky, the moon, the star in the sky, your end goal, your opportunity. It's like the opportunity isn't an end goal. The opportunity is the journey. And for what you wish to achieve, yeah, I don't get the sense that it will happen anytime soon, like that finality, because you're meant to experience so much more on this journey. And it's positive, so don't think it's not. Don't think that it needs to happen right away. And then over here, for if you should continue to work toward this. And I feel like getting another clarifying card as well. Okay. Take action. Improving health and take action. So with this, Spirit is saying, all you need to do, sorry, I was flipping the cards and they kind of got all jumbled. With this, what you have to do, and see, there's like that star, and there's like, they're finally up in the clouds. But with this, they're saying, your guides, your ancestors, everybody's, and part of your spirit team is saying that you're already like doing what needs to be done. And improving health, that could relate to health, whether it's physical health or mental/emotional health, maybe a combination of both. For some of you, maybe that resonates, or it could be improving health of the situation. I don't want to explain. Like maybe you've kind of been at steady progress, and this just kind of further insinuates steady progress, maybe even boosts of greater than or more than just steady progress. But I'm also hearing you'll be more attuned to this as time goes on. The more you savor the opportunity for what it is, which is the journey itself, the more you savor it, the more you'll see the results. And you'll see every single specific detail in things, but you'll see the beauty in the details. It's just a very go with the flow energy here. Like the more time you with take action too, the more time you set aside for this, the closer you'll obviously get, generally speaking. But also with me saying that, I'm seeing like somebody walking towards the goalpost, but then the goalpost keeps moving. So I think Spirit is saying, like, when you think you're almost going to be done, there's going to be more to do, but that's not something to worry about. It's something to savor. It's something where Spirit's like, this is even greater, because you'll have to stop and smell the roses. You'll have to stop and do more. But these things you do, as long as you have a positive mindset and you're like, I'm still enjoying what I'm doing, then that's the thing too. If you ever have times or moments where you're like, I'm kind of getting burnt out or saddened by this, do like what you do or have been doing, or you should do. Like take breaks where it's necessary, and then you can go back to it whenever it's necessary, whenever you feel like it. So don't be afraid to take breaks, resting periods, and that will help you feel more creative and invigorated once you return to this thing. But I see you being, and that's necessary too, because Spirit, again, doesn't want for you to take action as in do so much at once. They want for you to do this at a leisurely pace, at a gingerly pace. They want for you to enjoy every step and every ride, every bump, every swivel, everything that you go through, every experience you have on this journey is what makes it so enriching. And that also helps you ultimately feel more connected to this end goal you have in mind anyway. And I see once you end up achieving this thing, for those of you who that resonates with, it will be like sad ultimately, because it's like, well, the journey itself was so great. Any additional information, Spirit, that you have for everybody here? I think it's gracefully aging. Oh my god. I'm not going to read from the guidebook actually for you all. Well, maybe I'm going to do the additional associations, because this is about like actually aging, but my hair is caught in there. Additional meanings. Learning from an elder, potentially preparing for retirement. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think the gracefully aging is honestly just about you enjoying this long journey, because it is meant to take time. Gracefully aging as time goes on, as you yourself even get older, as this situation continues on, and it's like, I've been working at this for this many years, you know, however long it's been, and it will continue to be. Spirit is literally saying, enjoy every moment of it. It is not something where you are supposed to say, well, other people, like, don't compare your timeline to other people. I don't think you are, for the most part, especially because your journey is so specific to you. It just feels like, also, you're very much more perceptive than other people are. Like, it reminds me of going on road trips. There's things maybe that you see off to the side of the road or like further out that other people wouldn't have even noticed. You know, it's things like that. You pick up on the nuance and you pick up on the small things, which is what helps make your journey so specific to you, but also so... Oh, I'm also hearing there's things you're meant to see, you're supposed to experience that other people aren't supposed to get. Other people aren't necessarily meant to experience in your life, and that's okay for it to be just for you. But I just see this being a very enriching, slow process, and something that I want to be surprised if maybe you didn't even resonate with this when you were younger, but as time goes on, I think you wouldn't be surprised if other people said, oh, you have the energy of an old soul. Because it's like it's almost like, but it's also new soul energy, because it's like everything you experience, you let it seep into you, and you're like a sponge, and you're like, what can it's not even just about what you can learn from something, but it's like, how does this make me feel? I think you're very tapped into your emotions, which is why the journey itself is so fruitful, because you're able to not just at face value experience things, but you're able to internalize things and be like, what's something I can take from this in terms of how it makes me feel, in terms of how it can help me grow as a person. I just see you growing and evolving over time in such a beautiful way. So enjoy that process. Don't rush things. This is meant to take time. Don't worry about timelines. Don't worry about when something is going to happen or when it's meant to happen, because Spirit is saying the journey itself is worth you continuing on. But I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, 3C, for watching and listening to this energy. I hope you enjoyed it. You can like the video, you can subscribe, you can comment down below if you resonate with this stack, and you can update your comments sometime in the future if there are any updates you would like to provide for us all. You can check out my other timeless pick a card reading videos, as well as pick a card reading, as well as collective reading videos on my channel. And then you can check out my socials in the video description, including my ASMR channels if you feel like doing so. Thank you so much again, 3C, and take care. Bye-bye.